Hello, hello. Welcome once again to Wylock. Today, I am your tutor once again, Patrick, and I will be talking to you about our coordinates. So, today, okay, so, it's basically the same thing we did last week. We'll try graphing, okay? So, let's try doing number one. So, so once again, the first number is x-axis, and then the second number is the y-axis. Okay, so x means left to right, y means up and down. Okay, so the first is 5, 3, right? So 5 is the first number, so we do on the x-axis. Since it's positive, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can use these numbers as a placeholder. So 5 and then 3, so 3 is up here, and basically this is 5, 3. Okay, then let's try this one. Okay, so number 5, -3, 9, right? -3 is the first number, so we go to the left 3 times. 1, 2, 3, there's -3, and there's 9, right? So we go up 9, and this is where 9 is. 9 is the second number, and that's why it's the y-axis. Yep. And then let's try doing number 3. Number 3 is -5, -10. So -5, -10. So since -5 is the first number, we go towards the left 5 times. So -5 is right here. Then -10 is all the way at the bottom. Here. You really just need to look at the numbers and then just see which numbers match and then just plot it down. Okay. Hopefully that helped you refresh your mind about how to do graphing. Okay. Okay, so basically what this is talking about, okay, let's try doing number 2. Okay, so 1/2 of the circle is shaded. Okay, this is very bad drawing, but okay, let's try this. So 1/2 is directly down the middle. This is 1/2, right? And then 1/2 of it is shaded. Okay, so this part is the shaded side, and we're trying to find the unshaded part, right? Since 1/2 of it is shaded, how much of it is unshaded? So basically what we're trying to do is so make the fraction to a whole. So make it equal to 1. So we're just trying to, so basically what we're trying to do is 1 minus, so basically, the whole okay, so basically this is 1/2. Okay, the unshaded part is 1/2. Why? Because 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 1. Okay? Let's try doing something else. So, okay, let's try doing 9. Okay, so number 9. So 2/3. Okay. Okay. So this is 2/3. This is a circle cut into 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 3 equal parts. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So and then the shaded part is 2/3. So shaded parts are this one and this one. Okay. So these parts are all shaded, but what part is non-shaded? This part, right? And if 2/3 make a whole, or 2/3 make 1, then what part is unshaded? 2/3 plus 1/3 equals 1. So the answer would be 1/3, because this is 1/3. An easy way of trying to remember this is we're basically trying to make the the top number equal the bottom number. Okay, so the numerator to the denominator. Okay, so basically, it's not gonna work in every scenario. However, it would work at least in this case. Okay, for these type of questions, you could basically just try to, so 3 minus 2 and then that equals 1. And you do 1 divided by the 3, okay? And this is, we can only, okay, we can do this because every third of it makes 1, okay? So adding all 3 parts will make 1, if that makes sense. Okay, so there are 3 parts, right? And then 2 of those parts are shaded. And if you subtract it, that means 1 part is unshaded, okay? And it's same for like this, for number 2. There are 2 parts, right? But however, 1 part is unshaded and 1 part is shaded. For number 1, we could also think of 5 minus 3. And this is because 3 parts of the 5 parts are shaded, which means in order to make into whole, you have to subtract and make it. You have to find out the other parts, okay? And that's 2/5. You could also try doing diagrams to make it sound easy, to make it easier. So like what I've been doing here. So I write the fractions for each. 1 out of 9. 1 out of 9 is basically 1 over 9. 8/20ths is 8 divided by the 20s. 1/4 is 1 divided by 4. It's just simple like math vocab that you guys should know. 6 out of 25 is like this. And I know this is a long number, but it's not that hard to figure out. It's 27 divided by 100. Okay? If you guys got this, you guys are really smart. So good job. Tell whether each fraction is in simplest form. If not, write it in simplest form. Okay. So in order to find this, all you need to do is does it have a common factor? So if multiplied, do they have something that can it be okay, with the top number, the numerator can divide into the denominator really into clean numbers, into whole numbers, then it is not in its simplest form. So obviously we all know that 4 can be divided by 2, right? Therefore number 1 is not in its simplest form. Its simplest form would be 1/2. Okay? This is because we can divide 2 by 2 and 4 by 2, and that will both make it 1/2. So basically what we're trying to do is divide it by the same numbers until it can no longer be divided by the same number from the top and the bottom. So for like 3, we could do 6/9, and then we just divide it. We can divide it by 3, okay? On the top and the bottom, and that's 2/3, okay? Everything else is basically like that. This one we're just trying to find out which ones make the same. So you could just basically do the simplistic version of it. So make it either simpler or multiply by the same number. So for like 4, you could either you could multiply. So multiplying, we can just multiply by 2. So it's 6/10, and it's basically the same thing. If you simplify this, it'll basically go back to 3/5, and that's why it's equivalent. For dividing, it's basically what